It's spooky.
I am pink.
You've come back to our podcast every Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, and we're excited to be here today. I have such a topic. Are you excited, Pink?
Uh-huh.
So, what do you think our tagline should be?
I don't know.
Never trust the living or get spooky.
Whatever you want.
I'm just going to do let's get spooky. So, next time, this time, next time, I don't effing know. She's making her own YouTube, and I came up with a name for it. Are you excited to hear the name Lula? It's called Lula Loves Pink.
Okay.
Is that okay? I don't know if that's going to be the name, guys, because Lula is also a spoiled princess that loves Pink but wants to be difficult. You have to respect.
What do you want me to say to that?
This should be called A Mom's Commentary and a Daughter Gets Angry podcast. I don't really like my hair. I just want you to know that. I feel like a dark genie today.
My hair is bedheady. It's okay.
You have beautiful hair. I wish I had hair like you.
Bedhead hair?
It's like illustrious and el natural and beautiful. Anyway, okay. So if you've come to our channel and we can't see you because for some reason we can never see when anybody can see us.
No, nobody's here.
Oh, okay, good.
Nobody's been here for a while.
No, that's not the truth. Sometimes they don't show us when they're watching us. Oh, very good commentary. So if it's your first time watching us, please think about subscribing, liking, and coming every I'm not even speaking English, to be honest with you. Think about coming every Sunday to our podcast and watching us. Right, Lula? Okay. Are you interested in what our topic is today?
Yeah.
Does that say 0 or 3?
I think it says 3.
Say hello to our guest, Lula. Look. Hello, hi, Lula.
Hi.
You're just gonna like gently nudge her. Say hello,
Don't do that.
Okay. All right. Today. What is it? I can't see.
High times 2.
Aw, I get a high too. That's exciting. Hello. Hello, gentle readers. Isn't that what they say in Bridgerton?
I have no idea.
What are you? You're doing good. Thank you.
That's usually what I tell you.
I gotta stop. All you probably can hear in your microphone is Lula, say something intelligent. Don't say intelligent.
I don't think there's really anything intelligent I can add to any of that.
All right, listen, guys. Today we have a really great topic. You're gonna love it. Where are you going?
I have to sit.
She's wearing her pajama bottoms. They're really cute pajama bottoms. Today we're gonna be talking about dark psychology. Are you being manipulated and tricked? And I figured that Lula would like this because she often likes to psychologically evaluate every single person she ever meets and lets me know which one of those people do not belong in our lives. Are you excited, Lula? All right, then. On to the dark psychology tricks. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to read what they are, and Lula is going to give you her opinion. If she tells you her real opinion, we'll know because she'll be talking for a while. All right, let us begin. Game Make Lula Talk. The first dark manipulation tactic that most people fall for and don't know is gaslighting. That's the new trendy word nowadays. Everybody is hearing the word gaslighting. It's so trendy that I joke about it. But Gaslighting's definition is repeatedly making you question your memory or perception. It's like basically somebody says that didn't happen, and then when when the other person questions it, they're like, "Are you crazy? Are you okay?" All right, Lula.
Yes, very, very common, very annoying. I mean, I suppose if you're a confident person, it won't really work. I think that a good chunk of the time, some people will gaslight and they won't even know they're gaslighting because themselves are probably a little bit confused.
No, because you gaslight me all the time.
I don't.
It's a bit more than that. Well, tell us, what is it a bit more? I mean, it is a bit more than that. I'm giving you like the whole like.
I mean, I didn't give you a description, so I mean, please.
They're not talking about you. They're talking about me in the definition I gave.
What was your definition again?
Okay, I'm going
What'd
to
you
read the
give?
definition again, guys. Repeatedly making you question your memory and perception. I think the person is saying that it
I
is
see.
more than that. And they are right. They are right. It is a whole 50-page definition that I don't know if I'm going to read
There's
right now.
also physical gaslighting as well, which is where the actual term stemmed from. I'm pretty sure it stemmed from a film about a husband and a wife, and the husband made the wife feel crazy by messing with gas lights.
For real?
Yeah, I actually think that person.
I have never heard of that. I'm
It-
about to look.
Yeah, it came from a film. So gaslighting was actually a physical form of manipulation rather than a psychological one. Well, actually, no. Sorry. It's all psychological, but it's
Do you know while you were saying
metaphorical.
that the person was actually writing it?
Yeah, I did notice that. I saw the 1950s thing, but yeah, it came from the film.
That's crazy, guys. Because you know what? I like to call myself a movie buff, and I never knew where that term came from at all. Seriously. I'm like impressed.
And that's actually why, you know what something is that I used to do and I don't do anymore? When I would move your stuff around and you'd freak out, that could technically, if I was doing that on purpose, could be a real form of gaslighting because you're taking an object and moving it. Or like if you go in my room and move something and you're like, I didn't move that, but you actually did, that would be manipulation. That would be gaslighting.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. I am very impressed about the gaslighting. I feel like I have so much to say about gaslighting, but there's so many other ones on here that never get talked about at all. I feel like gaslighting is like the huge one that's like everybody talks about, to the point that like when you hear the word gaslight, you're like, ugh, you know. All right, the next one, which I've never heard of, okay? And I have taken psychology courses. I'm not smart. I just never have heard of this. It's Darvo.
You've heard of this.
No, I haven't.
Oh, yes, you have.
Darvo.
You've heard of this.
No, I have not heard of it, guys. Darvo. Deny what happened, attack you, then reverse who the victim and offender.
You've heard
What?
of
It
that.
just sounds like gaslighting over again.
It's not.
Okay, expound on Darvo.
Darvo would be.
I see your comment, by the way. Thank you so much for writing that.
Darvo would be you do something to me, you wrong me in some way, and then you twist it around somehow and make yourself the victim. Basically you berate somebody until the breaking point, and once that person is finally like, God damn it, and starts screaming back at you, you're then like, oh my God, you're screaming at me. What's wrong with you? You're crazy. Oh my God. Completely ignoring that you in this situation were the one that started it, despite having me start yelling. You see what I mean?
Okay, so I recently had something happen, and it made me think about it for the longest time, because I was like, this is something and I don't know what this is, and I actually think that I have been recently Darvoed.
Probably not.
Darvo is a tactic used by people with PD,
Narcissistic personality disorder.
sociopathic, BBD tendencies to rewrite reality.
Yes.
It's black and white. That's what it is.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's black and white, but yes, it is. It is a manipulation tactic used by those specific mental illnesses. Yeah.
With the cluster C disorders.
I actually do understand that narcissistic personality disorder, that is a frequent one they use. And I have been firsthand witness to such a thing. But I block people
is
before things
cluster
get worse.
B, not C. Cluster B, not C.
Actually, that
I
that
think
does
I'm gonna fact
matter.
check that. Just because. Cluster C. Right. Let's do cluster B. Cluster B is a group of mental health conditions marked by dramatic, emotional, erratic behavior. The four ones are antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, and narcissistic personality disorder. So I'm pretty sure cluster C is actually.
No, it's definitely cluster B. He's right.
No, I know that they're right. I'm just saying there's a different group of clusters too. Okay, so a cluster C is avoidant personality disorder, dependent personality disorder, an obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Did you know about cluster C?
I knew about those specific problems, but I didn't know that it was a cluster.
Yeah, it's a cluster. Okay. Let's go back to Darvo. I want to go back to Darvo. Oh man, I lost my Darvo paperwork. Talk. Okay. All right. So I own a company. I don't know if I should say that. Okay. So something happens to something I have, right? I loan this out to a friend. That's great. That's a great
You weren't
example.
being Darvoed, you were being gaslit.
Okay, can I just say it? Because nobody else knows what I'm talking about. All right. So I loaned some stuff out to a friend. They return the stuff and it's broken, right? Well, I have to talk to the person about the stuff, but I don't want to because I know that they're not going to react good. So when I call them to ask them what happened to the stuff, instead of saying, yes, I broke the stuff and let's figure this out, they just start crying and freaking out and acting like they're a victim.
That is Darvoing.
And then also, same person was in front of a bunch of people and they said something a little smart to me that embarrassed me. I didn't say anything because I was embarrassed. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about this not in front of the group. And so I called the person and was like, hey, don't talk to me like that in front of these people. And instead of saying they were sorry, they just started crying and freaking out, which made me feel like I needed to apologize for even bringing it up, which makes me feel like I was Darvoed. Was I Darvoed?
I think on the scale of being Darvoed, that is a mild Darvo. Still not cool and not right. Unacceptable. Sometimes you get the lighter punishments when we own up to the things we've done. So denying things just makes everything much worse. But yes,
I still I don't see the difference really that much between gaslighting and Darvoing.
there's key differences. So basically, gaslighting is more, I suppose I'd say it's more at the surface. Darvoing is it's a rigmarole. Like it's you gotta have the interaction, turn from the interaction, self-victimize, and then just that's the best way I can think of it. Probably
Yeah, but
didn't
you
make
could
sense.
gaslight somebody and make them think that you're the victim and they're being selfish by telling you what's wrong.
That would just be, I feel like that would be gaslighting moving into Darvoing, I would say.
So they're related.
Basically. I mean, every manipulation tactic is, stems from one or the other. Not both, but like, I mean, like every single one comes from the same place.
Okay, well, I've never heard of Darvo. Thank you for telling me that that was a Darvo. All right. And then here's one that's commonly used,
Did
right?
we figure out that broken situation though yet today?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So I wasn't talking about that.
Oh,
And
okay.
our viewers don't know what we're talking about, so we need to stay on topic.
That's okay. I'll talk to whoever needs to be talked to.
You know what Lula's other nickname is? It's Razor Kitty. You want to take a wild guess why we call her Razor Kitty? All right. So, number 3. This one, as I was saying, is commonly used a lot. I think it's overly used. It is when you hear this word, phrase, you think of cults.
No.
You don't?
Older generations think of cults. Younger people think of the dating scene nowadays.
You need to let me say the word.
Okay.
The phrase is love bombing.
Hmm.
Don't you guys hear that a lot? I hear that a lot.
Mm.
Overwhelming attention, affection that can later become a means of control. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I've love bombed somebody.
You probably have.
I for sure have. So like this person was 100% off the chain, off the hook, crazy. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but like they were not. They were. You know how like when you part ways with people, you tell them like what the reason is, and then you part ways. And there's
I don't do
people.
that.
Okay. Then there are other people when you part ways with them, like you know that you're just gonna like either block them or you're gonna try to make it where this person doesn't even know you've left because they're a Fruit Loop, right? This person was a Fruit Loop, and I knew that they were gonna freak out when I tried to leave. I just knew. And so I just kept like being really nice to him, and it was making things so much more worse. And then they actually went on the social media USA. Yes, we are USA.
Come on.
No, I'm saying they went on social media and they were like, "I've been love bombed," and I'm thinking,
That's
you know what? They're not wrong.
okay. I know what you're talking about, and in
I
that situation, you were not love bombing
I
anybody.
kind of was though. I mean, I wasn't like
No.
I was just trying to be nice. I was trying to leave the
No.
situation with nice feelings because the person was fucking Fruit Loopy. I don't know if
That's
I'm
not
allowed to swear.
gaslighting, though. That's not gaslighting. Like, let's say, like, I'm dating a guy or something, and like, I could totally love bomb too,
In
but
Russian, I don't speak Russian. We don't speak Russian, and I don't know how to do it's got like a translator on there. You're gonna have to figure that out. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you don't understand. You're gonna have to figure out how to do the translator on here.
yes, love bombing is different from Darvo and gaslighting. This is truthful. So basically, if you're dating somebody nowadays or you're starting a situationship or talking to somebody, what you will experience is, oh my God, you're not like anybody else. You're so different. Like, I've just never met anybody like you. Like, everyone else sucks. You're like the best person ever. Oh my God, I'm going to marry you. We're going to move. We're going to do all these things. And then they stop talking to you in like a few days. Which anybody can do that, men and women alike. It's very commonly used nowadays. The dating scene is really bad, and we are plagued with um, situationships. But
Can I just say how cool it is that I just saw Cyrillic across the screen?
what?
Do you know what Cyrillic is?
No.
Okay, so I just learned this. It's an alphabet and it's used in the Russian language, but Russia does not just use Cyrillic. It's like 20 different countries use it. But yeah, we just saw Cyrillic on there. Anyway, thank you for your love bombing. Is there anything else you would like to say about love bombing? Do you get love bombed, Lula? Lula gets hit on a lot. Tell me about your love bombing experience and how men think that they were actually winning with this.
I'm worse. I'm much worse. Um, But yeah, no, yep, they do think that it works, and unfortunately some girls who have lower confidence, like, it can be a problem because a lot of people are not super aware of how people can be very manipulative, and it's sad to see, especially, like, I'm a young girl, like, I have friends and stuff, so, like, I see that kind of stuff happen. I'll see my friends or something, or like ex-friends talk to somebody, and I'll see all the signs that they're shitty, and I'll like say something. I'll be like, hey, maybe let's be a little skeptical. And then, you know, said friend might get upset at me for even saying anything. And, you know, it is a problem.
So, just fun fact for the people watching, this is my daughter. And when I had my daughter, I decided that I was going to tell her everything that she needed to know about dating so that she wouldn't have a hard time in life. And like as she grew up, I would just tell her, all the things that had happened to me,
I
all the
also, during like 2020, like studied a lot of like psychology just for fun. So like not really like to an educated level, but just like for fun, for funsies kind of level,
but it is kind of strange. It's cool to watch these guys text her and try to use manipulation tactics with her and watch how she can like just stop them. Like I don't know. It's just crazy. Okay, let's move off of love bombing because I think it gets really interesting from this point. Are you ready, Lula?
Yeah.
Okay. Intermittent reinforcement. Affection, withdrawal, affection, creating an unpredictable reward cycle.
Breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing.
Okay.
That's how I know that. I've never heard the word intermittent reinforcement, but that is a real manipulation tactic. And actually, again, if you are somebody in the dating scene nowadays, you're going to see that in the form of texting. Somebody texts you, they text you quickly, and then like they start texting you a lot slower. Hours pass, and then they text you quickly again, and then hours pass, and then one text, and then nothing, and then you don't hear from them for a week, and then like they text you again saying they were busy or something. I don't know. But I also do think that busy is kind of a good excuse, if I'm going to be real, because I'm a busy person, so I get it. But like, that is how you would see that through texting.
Are you reading what our commenters are writing? Go ahead, read that. Read that and tell me what you think. Did I traumatize you?
No, I don't understand. What am I looking at?
You might have inadvertently traumatized her by doing that.
I mean, yeah, to a certain level, I do have really bad trust issues, but like, I wouldn't
Because of
necessarily say I'm
me?
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm
Because of
traumatized.
me? You know what? Honestly, okay, this did traumatize her. I was really heavy into true crime, and my YouTube started taking off, right? And I would research all these true crime videos, and I'm a true crime YouTuber if you go to my channel. And I got to the point that I didn't want her to leave the house because that's all I was reading about is these like horrible situations that could happen to her. And that, I will give that to you. It did traumatize her. Like, she didn't even want to walk around the block. But like telling her about men's techniques to control and manipulate women, that didn't traumatize her. I don't think that traumatized her. Like, I just disagree. I mean, nothing is understandable? Oh yeah, because you write Russian. Okay, let's keep going. Do you want to talk about breadcrumbing anymore?
I mean, do you not know that tactic?
The intermediate reinforcement. Um, I mean, the only I don't know. I've never used it. I don't think I've had it used on me. If I have, I've never actually noticed it. I would say the closest thing that I've ever come to doing something like that is doing the silent treatment.
I think I do it on accident.
No, I've never seen you.
You're my mom. I have to answer you.
Oh, I
And
think
talk
you
to
do
you.
this 100%. I don't do
Oh.
it. I think that you like make somebody notice you and then like talk to them and then you're like,
It's not on
I don't want to talk
purpose.
to you
It's not on
anymore.
purpose.
Not on purpose. And then she notices they're not watching her and then she'll do it again like, "Hey," and she'll give them like
I don't
ego
do that.
boost.
I don't do that.
Okay, she doesn't do that, guys. Okay. I'm laughing, but like, you don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on to the next one. Guilt tripping. Making boundaries feel selfish or cruel.
You do that.
All right. Let's talk about boundaries cuz that's something I do have issues with. I do. I don't have boundaries. Like, I am going 100%. I'm a workaholic. I work all the time. That's my whole life. If we're not working, then something isn't happening. And like, that's fine for me, but like, I forget other people don't work like that. Like, people need to go to the bathroom, they need breaks mentally, they have to eat. Like, all that stuff is
Yes,
not
but
needed in my life. I could go without eating. I
no, you
even
can't.
I can.
No, you can't.
I've gone a
You
day.
get fussy when you don't eat.
I don't. Not like you. You do. You get
I got it
hangry.
from somewhere.
Okay, whatever. But listen, so yeah, I don't have boundaries and I recognize that. But then also, I notice that all these people that talk about boundaries constantly, and I start to listen to them. Oh, you have boundaries. Okay, I'm going to respect them because I do try to be a good person, even though I don't seem to run like normal people. But like these people that say they have boundaries, then you decide, like I decide that I have a boundary and they pay no attention to it. It's like,
That is the human race. Yes, this is true. Actually, a unfortunate fact of life is most of the time people are never going to care what you want or like what's good for you because it all matters how it affects them. That is just how people are.
I mean, I'm 100%,
Most people.
I'm okay with like acknowledging someone's boundaries. Okay, you don't want to work on Sunday. All right, that's your boundary. You don't want to work on Sunday. I have employees, people. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have employees. So, my employees, I don't want to work on Sunday. Fine. My day off is Monday. Okay. You don't want to work on Sunday. So I don't call you. I don't talk to you. Even if you're my friend and my employee, I'm still not allowed to call you on Sunday. Right? Why is it okay for you to call me on Monday if you don't want to work on Sunday and Monday is my day off? I know I'm the boss. I know I'm the boss, but do bosses still get days off? Answer, Lula. Did you know Lula works for me too? Answer, Lula. What? What did somebody say? Is it bad?
No, I just don't want to talk about this.
Okay, so we're not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the next
But
one.
I do think bosses deserve breaks. Yes, I do think so because if the machine is overwhelmed, it's not gonna run well oiled.
I just think if you want to have boundaries, that you need to respect other people's boundaries. I mean,
And
everybody should have boundaries. It's a healthy thing to have. It's weird that I don't. But like,
you're
oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So guilt tripping. Do I guilt trip?
yes, yes,
I can respond. You
yes,
know that, right?
yes,
I'm a great responder.
yes,
Okay, yeah, I do. I guilt trip
hmm
people. I get
yes.
mad, and when we're in a fight, I will bring out every single thing that they have done wrong if I'm being cornered. I don't know. Not all the time.
But it's okay because people guilt trip you, but not me. It's not okay when you do it to me.
All right. Well, now we've went over guilt tripping. Let's go over the next one. This one's called moving the goalpost. Okay? Moving the goalpost. Every time you meet their expectation, the requirement changes. Oh shit. I'm so guilty
A
of
double
this.
standard.
It's not a double standard. It's
It's
just
like-
never enough. What just happened, my friend?
I don't know.
Is that more Cyrillic?
I don't know.
This message is held for review.
That's just because he said the F word.
Did you say the F word? Damn it. Okay, so moving the goalposts. I don't know if that's a double standard. Okay, I actually feel like I'm guilty of this. I don't feel like it's a great thing that I'm admitting it. But like,
When it comes to a business, though, I feel like it's more acceptable. This is what we are reading is a description of just in your general social life. Like, I don't know what a good example would be
well, I feel like I'm always pushing people to do better. So
for a business. That's a good thing because you're a business owner. You're managing everybody. You
so
want
I'm
them to do
not
better.
I'm not dark manipulation
No.
tacticking them.
However, I would say, I don't know, let's say you have a friend and your friend carries your bag one day, and the next day you expect your friend to carry two of your bags the next day. When she doesn't do that, you get mad at her. And then she has to carry three bags the next day because you raised the bar up. You know what I mean? So, in terms of being friends, that isn't okay.
One of our
But for business,
viewers
no.
said it's being dishonest. So I'm never dishonest. I don't think I'm dishonest.
I wouldn't really say it's, I mean, in the most respectful way possible. I don't think it's,
You don't think it has anything to do with honesty?
no.
I don't think it has anything to do with being honest either. I think it's just like continuously pressuring that person to feel like it's never enough. That's what I think. And I only say that because I feel like I actually am guilty of this. That
In the terms of dating, sure, it could be dishonesty moving the goalpost because you get into a relationship and you set your standards for the relationship, but as the relationship continues, you're not communicating it.
but why do you have goalposts in your relationship?
Well,
I
a
mean,
lot of
like you're
people view that
really
kind of stuff as transactional. I don't know.
transactional.
Yeah.
I don't think that you should have goalposts in your relationship.
No.
I don't know. Okay, let's move on. The next one. Okay, I've never heard of this one either, so this should be fun. Triangulation. Triangulation. Pulling another person into the dynamic to create jealousy, insecurity, or pressure. So we're not talking about polyamorous. We're talking about, I guess, ganging up on somebody.
Something like that. Not necessarily ganging up. I suppose that can be used in two situations. So like sure, like you're arguing, like we're arguing, so I pull someone in the conversation to back me up. But like
That's ganging up on somebody.
that can, yeah, that in that context, yes. But then also triangulation, like if I'm in a relationship, and let's say like I have like a boyfriend, right? And so I pull another man into the mix because like I want to make my boyfriend jealous for whatever reason.
Isn't that
That would,
polyamorous?
no, that's not polyamorous because my boyfriend's not dating the boyfriend that
So
I
it's
have on the
called
side.
cheating?
Yeah, no, it's not. You're not understanding this.
Oh,
at
I'm
all.
sorry. I'm not understanding,
And
guys.
it's coming off very uneducated, actually.
Oh my god, I'm being uneducated.
It's
Oh,
I don't know. I guess it's like, yeah. I mean, it's just, if I have a boyfriend, I have a man on the side. I use the man on the side to
will
make
you
my
read
boyfriend
some of these
jealous.
comments? Because I'd like to know what they're saying. I can't see it. I need better glasses, guys.
You get into an argument, the other person makes a good counter argument, so you move the goalpost so the other person can't win. Manipulative.
Okay,
Yes,
well, I don't
yes,
do
is
that. So
unarguable.
I
Yes,
guess
that
I'm
is
not a
true.
goal poster. Okay, what did the Russian person
More
say?
than 16 countries are helping Ukraine, including the USA, but it is
Oh,
not helping.
okay.
Aren't you glad I read that? Because I don't have anything educated to
Do
say
you
to
have
that.
boundaries about that?
Oh, that's not funny to joke about.
Oh my gosh. I was just. Do you think that that person's really saying that, or are
I
they
don't
spamming
know.
us?
It might be spam. I don't know.
Okay. We respectfully don't have anything that we can say about that, but that's it. Okay. All right. Pulling another person into the dynamic to create jealousy, insecurity, or pressure. I really just feel like this is somebody that's like trying to, I guess, gaslight somebody, and like
No,
I mean, they're just like basically ganging up on somebody. That's what that is in a
it's not
psychological.
gaslighting. It's not ganging up either.
Okay.
Because ganging up is if the third party is aware of what's going on, and like I feel like it's 50% of the time that the other party just doesn't know that they're being used as a tactic. You know what I mean? So like no, there
It's
can be
maybe
multiple
like you're sitting
situations.
around a table and you're all talking and somebody disagrees and you're like, "No, that's not right." And you're like, "George, isn't that not right?" And then George is like, "No, that's not right."
See, I think you're seeing this in a very surface level way, and I just am struggling to explain this to you and have you understand.
Do I need to think about this as a deep relationship type of way? You can't do it on a surface level.
I don't think any of this should. I mean, I suppose your thing does make sense in a surface level context,
Okay, well,
but
explain it to me in a
I
non-surface
did
level.
twice.
Okay, we're gonna move on because right now Lula is gaslighting me.
I did not. I'm not.
Okay, okay. All right. I talked about this. Silent treatment used as punishment. I do this in my unsurface level relationship when I'm really mad. Withholding communication specifically to pressure someone into compliance. I'm not doing it for compliance. I don't want compliance. I want somebody to think about what they did and then get back with me when they've had deep thought about it. Okay, tell me what you think, Lula.
I think that the silent treatment has been complicated over time with the development of phones and texting, and so I think that a good chunk of the time some people might misconstrue the silent treatment as just disinterest and
Or ghosting.
or ghosting. Yeah. So I mean it's hard to say. I think that life gets busy, and like as an adult, like I'm going to be real whenever I'm texting somebody and I can't answer them for a day or two and they think I'm giving them the silent treatment. It's like, do you not have like stuff going on? Like I'm busy. Like I'm like working, I'm doing stuff, and like sure there's the excuse of, yeah, you can always open your phone. Maybe I don't want to. You know, maybe I don't want to rot my brain for a second. You
I
know what
think
I
they're
mean?
talking about an argument. Like you get into an argument, and then when the argument is over, the person gives them the silent treatment, or they continue the argument by not talking.
I was talking about how it can be confused with other stuff because a lot of people will assume what's going on is the silent treatment. But yes, you are kind of right. Yeah.
I'm kind of right, Professor.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm kind of right. All right, let's move on. There's some more comments held for review. That always makes me interested. Was it?
I don't know why they had to. Oh.
Is it a bad comment?
No, not really. It just says the most important thing is to be able to do it. I don't know. I wouldn't really say I'm a bad texter. I would say I just have, things going on in life. I think that everybody has things going on in life. And I think that if anybody has enough free time to be on their phone, I'm questioning if they're well. That much free time on your phone cannot be good for you.
Let's move to the next one, guys. All right. Weaponized vulnerability. Sharing something emotional primarily to derail accountability or influence your response.
What?
Yeah. Weaponized vulnerability. Sharing something emotional primarily to derail accountability or influence your response. No? You don't get that?
I just don't understand the word vulnerability used there.
Okay. So weaponizing your vulnerability.
No, I understand what's being explained to me. I just think the use of vulnerability as a word in that does not make sense. Because I
Yeah.
feel like vulnerability is like opening up
No.
to do like for good reasons, right?
Okay, so we had a friend. It wasn't a friend. This person was not a friend. This person would constantly
Isn't that
talk,
just self-victimizing? That's not even
kinda,
weaponizing.
yes, kinda. But this person would constantly talk about how they were abused, right? And I had a hard time with that because I find that people that have been in a domestic or DV relationship or any type of abuse type relationship, not everyone, everyone's situation is different, have an extremely hard time articulating what happened to them, right? So it really caught me off guard that this person talked about it in every single conversation. And it wasn't just like a recent thing. We're talking about like 2 years after it happened. And there could be a bunch of reasons for that, but then I feel like they used that to almost social climb at events and stuff, and they used it, and like I found that this person, when they upset other people, would say that the reason that they did that was because they were abused and they were not aware that they were doing that.
I think that the answer to that is that shit happens. Everyone goes through something. Everyone's been through something, and
But that's weaponized vulnerability.
yeah. But I think that everyone has a reason to be shitty. Everyone. And like yes, some reasons are worse than the others, but like I don't know. I just at a certain point you're responsible for your actions. Once you hit a certain age and you mature and your frontal lobe is developed, you no longer have the excuse of this, that, and the other thing. Like, sure, you can say, I feel like a valid response would be, sorry, I was bad or like rude or mean or whatever.
Okay.
I went through something, but I'm working on it. I think that is a valid, but that can become manipulation if you don't actually work on it. So I don't know.
Well, I was going to say something, but I
I
forgot
know,
what I
because
was
you
going to
interrupted
say.
me.
I did. Oh my
You were getting
gosh.
ready to.
No, I wasn't
Yeah,
getting ready
you
to.
were.
Okay. All right. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something really controversial because we're talking about weaponized vulnerability. Have you ever heard about like how people with like disorders or some kind of like mental illness or something like that, they call themselves spoonies?
Actually, men do that more commonly.
Spoonies?
Ever notice men don't do that like ever?
I've never heard a man do that. I've only heard women do that.
Weaponize vulnerability.
Yeah.
My mom abused me. I have mommy
I
issues.
that must be a you
My
generation
dad beat me.
because
I
the
have
men in my
daddy
generation would
issues.
not say something like that.
The men in mine do.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the spoonies because I hate when I'm interrupted.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so like this whole spoonie thing, right? So these people, and I find that this is like something that's close to my heart because I have an autoimmune disorder. So these people say that they have spoons, and once the spoon of energy is full, they have to stop because they're weak. And that drives me crazy. Just because you have an autoimmune disorder or some kind of like disability does not mean you should stop pushing yourself. I mean, obviously, if you can't keep going, don't go. But like, I just hate that that becomes like a norm is to only do just enough and then stop. It's like only almost pushing somebody with a disability to have mediocrity because they don't believe that they could ever overcome their disability. And I do feel like this is a weaponized vulnerability tactic on probably the healthcare system and like social norms. I just think it's weird. I think it's weird. Go ahead, tell me what you think, Lula.
I think that I mean, I don't know. I have POTS whenever I was first figuring out how to handle that and, what to do about it. I did do research and I found out that a bunch of stuff said that maybe I shouldn't be an aerialist and I got to be careful as a performer, but like I'm going to be honest, I don't really let it stop me, but also it's just
Exactly,
POTS.
exactly. You never let it stop you. That girl, that you know who I'm talking about, the girl that got into a car accident with her boyfriend and his friend, and she killed her boyfriend,
Yeah,
and they made like this whole documentary about it. What is her name?
I have no idea.
Okay, so she gets into a car crash, she kills her boyfriend, she kills her boyfriend's friend. I think it was obviously murder, but her whole thing is the reason why she did that is because she has POTS. That's why I'm bringing it up. That's her defense, that she has POTS, that she passed out because she has POTS.
I have POTS and I spin on an aerial apparatus. I'm not killing people.
I know. She said that she
What?
passed out while she did this, and that's why. Okay, we should probably tell everybody who I'm talking about.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe my POTS is different from all POTS. I don't know. But typically, when I stand, my heart rate raises and my BPM goes above 130 pretty regularly. Um, I've never had any issues sitting down unless I was like standing up and started to overheat and get faint and then sat down. But usually, my heart rate typically starts to regulate again and goes under 100 BPM or at least at 100 BPM when I'm like seated or like laying down, and so that's why if you see or if you have any friends with POTS, you see them lay down or sit down in a relaxed state, it's because they're trying to lower their heart rate.
Okay, she's the first one who popped up when I typed it. I typed girl who had car accident and killed boyfriend. Mackenzie Sharilla, an Ohio teenager who was convicted of murder for deliberately driving a car at 100 miles per hour into a brick building in Strongsville, Ohio. The July 31st, 2022 crash killed her 20-year-old boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and their 19-year-old friend, Davion Flanagan.
Hang on. Are you the world's first aerialist who does it seated? I don't do it seated. I did not say I do it seated. I
Okay.
said my heart re-regulates when I sit.
All right. Let's talk about the last manipulation tactic. Because I lost it, which makes me feel really good.
That's okay.
I have like this thing. Okay. Making you distrust yourself. This is where your gut instinct fits. If someone repeatedly reframes your reactions as irrational, you can eventually start looking to them to tell you what's reasonable. Oh, making okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I kind of get this. Making you distrust yourself. This is where your gut instinct idea fits. If someone repeatedly reframes your reaction, okay, so like you are telling this person like, "Hey, this is what we need to do or this is what needs to happen." And they basically kind of undermine what you say and you start to question who you are and your gut instinct and you start looking to them for the answers because you've now been told over and over that you're not smart enough and that you don't know what you're doing and that you really need them. I think that's what it
That
is, which is dark psychology.
so he said back to gaslighting. I would say actually yes, that could just go right back to gaslighting because like I said in the film, it was a husband gaslighting his wife into believing she was mentally ill by messing with lights. So and in the film, I'm pretty sure she would look to him for what was real, basically. So she would lean on him despite him being the reason for her thinking she's mentally ill because she obviously didn't know that it was him, right?
Okay, is this 1950s film about a woman who gets locked in a room and starts to see things in the wallpaper?
I don't think so.
Okay, because there was another, I think it was a short story about back in the day, like long time ago, if you started to show symptoms of anxiety, depression, or mental illness, they would tell you you needed to rest. And this man locks his wife up into in her room. I forget what they call it. Some kind of like old school term for resting, and she's locked in there for so long that she begins to see things in the wallpaper. And so instead of her condition improving, she's actually manipulated into having a mental breakdown. And it had something to do with her being a woman. I think that all these terms are 100% gaslighting, and they're all related to each other.
I think so too.
And I think they're just kind of like all different types.
Just different forms and different contexts, I'd say.
All right, guys. Well, that has been our dark oh man, dark psychology podcast. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed you guys coming here and talking to us, and I've enjoyed your opinions. Right, Lula?
Yes.
We hope you turn in next week.
For Spooky and Pink.
You know, there's a song and it goes, I like, say it, Lula. Pink. It does. It goes, I like pink. You never heard
I'm pretty
it?
sure it's I like tomatoes.
No, it's I like
Or
pink.
I like potatoes.
It's like
don't
I like pink. I'm gonna
tomatoes.
look this song up for her. Okay, listen, guys. We love having you. It was so much fun. Lula's going to make her own channel. You can go on there and argue with her. She'll love that. And I am going to have True Crime next Tuesday if you want to turn in and watch. I have an ex with borderline personality disorder and became an expert on cluster B disorders. Well, I am really sorry that that happened to you. Thoughts and prayers. Okay. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Stay
Spooky.
Bye.